Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is the channel where we are celebrating women over 40 who are embracing change and living a life that is bold, brave, and beautiful. Whether you are here because you are looking for a little inspiration, a nudge in the right direction, or a fresh start, I'm glad that you're here. You're in the right place. In today's video, I want to share a story with you that I hope will encourage you and let you know that it doesn't matter where you are in life right now, you are moving in the right direction. So a couple of days ago, I was in London and I was in a meeting with a friend of mine. And a guy came up to us just asking for some money, some change. He didn't look homeless. He wasn't a homeless guy. He was just in need of a little bit of money. But unfortunately, I didn't have any change on me. I don't really carry much change around. I always use my card. So I didn't actually have any money to give him. But he had noticed that I had been crying because I was sharing the updates with my friend about the women's home and the challenges that I'm still facing with the women's home, and basically the fact that I am at the end of this vision now. There is nowhere else for me to go. I can't do it anymore. I don't have the money to do it anymore. It's the end of the line for this vision. So anyway, I always get emotional when I'm talking about it because I've tried so hard. Those that know me have been following the journey for a long time, and they know how difficult it has been for me to get this vision over the line. Anyway, he was sharing some inspiration. He was trying to encourage me. So this is a man that was actually looking for something from me originally, ended up giving something to me to encourage me to say, look, you don't give up hope, just stay encouraged. He was trying to give me some ideas. He was trying to give me some tips on what to do, maybe reach out to people that have done something similar to find out how have they been able to do it. But I had set the deadline of end of January before I just completely give up on this dream, sell the house, and that's the end of it because it's just too much. It's too much. And financially, it's just giving me such a major problem. Just as he was walking out the door, he came back in, he said, oh, I want to tell you something. And I'm like, okay, what's that? He said, you need to know you're heading in the right direction. You are moving in the right direction. Everything isn't in place yet, but you are heading in the right direction. So keep going and just keep moving. And when the time is right, when all the pieces of the puzzle fit together, when everything is in place, you will get the breakthrough and you will never cry again over this. And when you're just like, wow, that just made me cry even more. I just burst out crying again like a baby. I was just sobbing because I knew that God had sent this man to encourage me, because he turned around and he said to me as he was walking past the coffee shop, he looked in and he saw me and he just felt so led to come in and to say something to me. So I know that God had put me on his heart and in his spirit to come and encourage me, to let me know that God has not forgotten. God is still working everything together for my good, and that in due season and in due time, everything that's supposed to happen will happen. Whether it's the women's home, whether it's something else, finances, relationship, health, whatever it is, it will happen if I just keep moving forward. I cannot tell you how much of a blessing it was, because when you have things like that just happen, we think it's out of the blue, we think it's just random, but it never is, because God has orchestrated it. He knows when we're at the end of our rope and when we will give up, we're on the verge of giving up. We just can't see the wood from the trees. We just think, and I'm not going to lie, as a Christian, I have questions sometimes, is God really listening? Is he really there? Does he really care? And, we have to just know that the Almighty knows the bigger picture of our situation. So whatever you are going through right now, no matter what it looks like, you have to know that God has you covered, and he knows the bigger picture. He knows more than your brain can understand and comprehend, and he is working everything together for your good. And when you finally get that breakthrough that you've been looking for, it will blow your mind. Blow your mind. There's just no way you could ever have comprehended that it would be to that level and that scale of blessing that you're going to receive. So I wanted to share that story because I just wanted to encourage you, to let you know, don't give up. Don't give up. Even though I've still put end of January, by the end of January, I need to let this house go. I am still, until it's the end of January, I am speaking life into this vision, speaking life into this women's home, speaking life into the dream that God put in my heart for this property and for these women. So I'm going to stand firm on that. I also wanted to share 5 things to help you if you're going through a situation where you are just frustrated and just want to give up. Step number 1 is to reflect and realign. I think it's really powerful when we actually take some time to look back, to just pause for a moment and reflect on where we are right now, what it is that we want, what it is that we're trying to do, and just see if there are any tweaks that can be made as we continue on our journey. Because I did this the other day where I actually looked back and reflected over January to see where am I at with the goals and the objectives that I have set for this month. And where could I do better? And even though sometimes we're sitting waiting on God to do his part, there's certain things that we also need to do. There's certain areas where maybe we messed up a little bit there, or maybe we weren't so consistent there, or maybe we weren't so disciplined there. And I think it's important to take a little bit of time out, step back, reflect, and have a look at what can you do better moving forward. And potentially that could be what moves the needle for you with whatever it is that you are trying to do. Clarity is power, and reflection is where clarity begins. So you don't know what to change if you don't know what to change. You know what I mean? Sounds simple, sounds stupid, but it makes sense. You don't know where you need to make those little pivots and those little tweaks. It's like when a plane is flying, it makes those little adjustments to get to its destination. So just take some time out to just reflect and realign and go again. Step number 2 is set small, achievable goals. So one of the things with this women's home that has been so overwhelming is the fact that I keep being told that I need £200,000 to be able to do the renovation, right? And of course that's a massive number, and that's a huge number, and I have been trying to find that amount of money. And even though I believe that God can make a way, and he will make a way, and it won't cost me 200,000, it may cost me 100,000, I don't know, 150,000, I don't know. But I know that that number is huge. And so it's much better for the brain to think about something smaller. So I went back to the builder. I said, what's the minimum amount of money I need to get this vision just going, just to get it going, you know, not finished, completed, nothing. He said about £18,000 in order to do the structural work that needs to be done. So that's a better figure in my brain and in my mind, for my mind to comprehend that, okay, it's still a large amount of money and I don't have 18,000, but it makes it more achievable. How can I find 18,000? Can I find 18 women that put £1,000 each in? Or can I find 36 women that put £500 each in? So it's things like that where you can get so overwhelmed with the big vision that you need to break it down into smaller bite-sized chunks, because it's the step by step that gets to the end goal and the end vision. You don't just get to the dream and the vision in one hit and one go. It's those daily things, it's those small things, it's those little wins that will get you there in the end. So just try and make it smaller, more measurable, more tangible, more so that the brain can comprehend a little bit more and doesn't get so overwhelmed with what you're trying to do. Break it down into smaller chunks. Step number 3, build a supportive environment. I cannot tell you how important that is, to surround yourself with the right people. We all know it. We all know that there are dream killers out there. There are dream stealers out there, that are people that will take your dream in a heartbeat and they won't care about it. They will crush it. They will crush it. And It's soul destroying. And sometimes people do it, and they do it in a subtle way, in a way where they're good people, they're good friends, they love you, they want the best for you. And they're not doing it on purpose. It hurts them watching you trying to achieve something and struggle. And I know I face that quite a bit in what I am trying to do with the women's home, where I've had people that really, really, really want me to succeed. They really want me to succeed. But even they're at the point like, you know what, maybe this just isn't it. Maybe this just isn't the dream, the vision. There's a different way. There's a different house. Da 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 da. And I understand that, and I get that, and it makes sense to me as well. I'm at the point where I'm thinking they're right. They are 100% right. This is not it. I don't even want to do it. Even with a different house, I don't want to do it because this has been so painful to do. This is not the vision for me. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to worry about myself. I need a house. I want to live somewhere nice, you know? So it's important to surround yourself with the right people that keep you encouraged, keep you inspired, keep you going, even if sometimes they don't always fully understand the vision, because the vision wasn't given to them, right? Remember that the vision was given to you. It's your vision. It's not somebody else's vision. So they will not carry it the way you carry it because it wasn't given to them. You know, so it's your baby, it's your vision, and you have to hang on to that as hard as you can, as tight as you can. But having that supportive community of people makes a massive difference, and it's important to have. So find the people that are your cheerleaders, that will cheer you on, that will help you stand in faith, that will keep you going, that will give you inspiration and motivation, that will feed you the scriptures, let you know that God's promises are true. God doesn't lie. He doesn't. If he said it, he will do it. Step number 4 is getting rid of distractions. That's a massive one for me. I am one of these right brain entrepreneurial people that can smell an opportunity a mile away, that can see things that can succeed, that can wants to have a go at everything and knows the power of opportunities, and just is a visionary, and I can easily move from here to there in a heartbeat. I always used to say I'm a brilliant starter, but I'm a rubbish finisher, and I get told off for saying that because I can finish stuff. I have finished stuff before, but the problem is I can pick stuff up, start it, and then put it down. I don't drill down long enough, hard enough to see the major fruit of what I've started. I'll just pick it up and go again with something else, which in some senses is not a bad thing, because whenever I need to pick that thing back up again, it's there. I never have to start anything from scratch. I can literally pick it up and run with it in a couple of days. So it has its pluses and its minuses, but in order to fulfill the goal in the time and the season that you are being asked to fulfill it in, and for it to come to pass, you have to get rid of distractions. And that could be distractions from people, from social media, from TV, press, news, even your own thoughts. You know, you have to be very mindful of the things that are being sent to distract you from completing what it is that you want to complete. So get rid of distractions, get laser focused on what you are trying to do, and keep moving forward. And then finally, step number 5 is celebrate your small wins. We look at this big vision and we feel that, okay, well, I'll celebrate once I complete this vision. It's important to celebrate as you go. It's important to keep looking at the wins that you've been able to create as you go, because it's a whole journey, it's a whole process. Yes, it's going to be amazing when you get to the end, but I believe, in all honesty, you'll learn so much from how you've been able to go from A to B to B to C to C to D, and the strength and the power and everything that you've been able to accomplish and overcome as you're on that journey of creating that big final vision. So I think it's so important, because when you have those days where you're feeling down and where you're feeling like you can't do it and you just want to give up and you've had enough, it's those small wins that you need to look back on and say, look, I was able to do this, I was able to do that, and you managed to figure that out, and It's the power in those that will help you to keep moving in the right direction. So don't underestimate the power of celebrating the little steps as you move forward, those little goals, those little wins. It's those that then build up to creating the final version of what it is that you're trying to do. So remember, it is never too late. Ladies, I cannot say this enough, that as we move forward in life, in our 40s, 50s, 60s, I know a lot of you feel like it's too late to accomplish these goals and these dreams, and it's not. It's never too late. Whatever it is that you want to do, I just want to encourage you to go for it. Really go for it. And when you get that fear and that overwhelm, take a step back. Just take some time out, take a step back, reflect, look back at all the things that you've achieved, get your girls together, you know, celebrate those wins, get powered up, and keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, no matter how hard it is. You know, I shared about the women's home. People can't believe that I'm still trying to do it after all these years. I can't believe I'm still trying to do it after all these years. Honestly, I'm on my last nerve, but I'm still here, I'm still standing, I'm giving it a little bit more time, and we'll see what happens from there. So yeah, I just want to encourage you to keep moving. You are on the right path, you are going in the right direction. Do not give up, keep moving. Your time is coming. This is your time, this is your season. You are going to make it. You are going to make it. So I hope that this video has helped you. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what is it that you're working on? I would love to know. I would love to pray for you and be there to cheer you on and encourage you. And if there's anything I can do to help, then just drop me a comment down below and I'll do my best to help you. I shall see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.